Hey guys, it's Reynold here. Today we're going to be showcasing a very interesting setup I've come up with after a bit of testing. I already got one Inferno cape with a similar setup, and I think I have the setup now refined to a point where I'm happy with it and wanted to showcase it. So this is going to be a Mage tank Inferno for the waves, and then we're going to switch over to Max Mage for Zuck. You can actually alter the setup quite a bit, depending on what you own. If you don't own a Shadow, for example, but own a T-Bow, there's actually a very similar setup I'll showcase in a little bit that will still make a good use of this. I want to go over first things first, why do I think right now Mage Tank Inferno is viable versus why was it terrible before. So before, if you were going to Mage and you're wearing stuff like this, your accuracy is not that great, but guess what came out? The Confliction Gauntlets. Now, whenever you miss a spell with the Confliction Gauntlets, it'll double your accuracy for the next one. What this really means is it's actually pretty viable to continually attempt freezes on the Snake or the Melior, and that really opens up some solves, and it actually allows you to create some rather funny and illegal meme solves, which I'll go over later, as I go through a full wave commentary. First couple of minutes are going to be discussing setups, upgrades, downgrades, and all that stuff. So yeah, Confliction Gauntlets kind of changed the game. I don't know how these things made into the game in hindsight. Now that I've seen it, this thing is overpowered as hell. Let's go over it. So, why did we pick these certain pieces of armor? So, we picked Justiciar Face Guard Simple. Prayer bonus, range defense, overall very good. Not too much negative mage, right? Very strong. Bandos Chestplate, very strong, anti-ranged. And it's still not too bad on the mages, only -15. A lot of other pieces are 40 or 30. And then, hold on, let me answer this guy. Already got a 82 min cape. Well, it's a similar setup, but anyway. The very interesting one is Verax Plate Skirt. So previously I was using Bandos Tacets, and Bandos Tacets, although they are stronger on the range, they're actually significantly weaker on the slash defense, and they don't have as much prayer bonus. So Verax Plate Skirt is actually a winner in this setup over the Tacets, interestingly enough. Now, I did want to go over things I chose to downgrade for the setup for the sake of making it cheaper. Ancestral was what I was initially using for the Shadow, and it is quite a bit stronger for Zuck. But, it's quite a bit higher budget, and I didn't use Avernic Treads either, but if you have Avernic Treads, absolutely do bring them. You do want to hit roughly around 50 to 60 magic attack bonus, I would say bare minimum, with this setup if you're looking to actually freeze the Meliors, but I would recommend a little bit higher if possible. If you're using a Shadow, then you want to be using an Occult as well. If you are swapping this setup out for a T-Bow instead, then I would instead recommend something like this. And then you're going to want a range pot on top of that. And this would be bare minimum what I would wear, and instead of wearing an Occult, there is actually serviceable, some serviceable alternatives, which would be, in my opinion, you actually don't need this. I would actually rather go for the defense. This would be the setup I would wear if you're using like a T-Bow style setup instead. And you can feel free to adjust as needed. This setup actually has enough prayer that I think you could probably grab like a glove slot or anguish for free and just use those specifically when you're doing Zuck. But again, that is a setup I would recommend in place of that. Right now we'll be doing Max Mage because I think it's more accessible. Well, it's cheaper for main accounts. Shadow is almost half the price of a T-Bow. So I think that is a fair assumption. But, there are a lot of Irons out there who have a T-Bow and not a Shadow. They, just progress that way. So, and then you're going to want 3 prayer regen pots, and you can pre-pot one. Now, I actually didn't need to pre-pot one in my last run, but with Virtus, it'll be a little bit slower. So I'm guessing this, instead of 82 minutes like my last one, this setup is probably going to run us about 90 minutes to 100 minutes. Who knows? Let's go ahead and pot up. And of course, you can downgrade the Eldritch over here to a Dragon Hunter Wand or a Kodai. You can also use the Ancient Scepter variants. Shout out to the Blood one, of course. Ice one is okay. You can also, instead of using a Fortified Eladin Sword, you can use an Occult. Sorry, not an Occult. You can use an Arcane. which is perfectly fine as well. Not really much difference there. Anything else? And of course, if you're willing to flick, you can downgrade the whole mega rares into a Bofa, but that defeats the whole purpose of the video, doesn't it? You know, we're trying to not flick. As well, Mystic Vigor is a high recommendation. It's not necessary. You can use the blue pyramid or the red pyramid, but this is going to be substantial speed increase for the early waves. I would highly recommend you grind one out. I gotta go back for this ranging potion. Changes to another brew. The setup has 7 brews, but you only really need about like 5-ish. We're gonna be using one purely as tax throughout the waves. And what I mean by that is we're going to drink it periodically when we need to reheart. Heart is really, really good for the setup because you can basically be potted up for the entirety of the waves, which just speeds things up a lot, you know? That's how you get like 82-minute runs off task. You just are always potted up. Now to start, we're going to make sure this thing is on Blood Barrage, and we'll just manual cast Ice Barrage when it's needed. Cast Eldritch on cooldown, ideally on either the bats or the nibblers, because those guys have negative mage defense. And this setup is actually extremely brute force to the point where you don't need to know how to do a blob. It is recommended you do, because then obviously you're chancing yourself less, but you actually don't, and I will not be doing anything properly this run. The only thing I will be doing is pretty much praying solo prayers when I'm 1v1ing something, which I think is a fair thing to do, you know? Why would I pray mage when I'm fighting one ranger and that's it, you know? So this will be a blob coming up soon. We're just going to assume the blob is a tiny major with unavoidable chip damage. Completely unavoidable, of course. There's nothing I could have done, you know, like protect range or anything. Oh. And these will somewhat, like, I would say maybe 10 to 15% of the time hit you, but it doesn't really matter too much. You just Ice Blood Barrage these guys. You could even do it in your full melee armor like this, and it still even hits the majors pretty commonly. Now, interesting thing about the bat is even if you're praying range against the bat, right? If he passes the accuracy roll on you as if you weren't praying range, he will drain your stats. But when you're wearing all this melee armor, he needs to kind of like bypass to protect ranged and your ranged defense in order to actually drain your stats. So when you're fighting bats, make sure you're always in the melee armor. Blobs, when you kill in this position, will always have the range one in the front. Took quite a bit of damage this wave, but that's okay. And in the later waves where defense starts to matter a little bit more, we're gonna put on Augury, but right now it doesn't really matter too much. I think I accidentally did this blob correctly. That was not intentional. Alright, I made the mistake of not praying against the major. Always gotta protect mage. Okay. We'll have two bats here. With 2 bats, we'll put on Augury. Now that we're on 1, we're gonna switch back to Mystic Vigor. These blobs are destroying me today. I usually don't take this much damage, but it is inevitable when you're basically memeing around. Okay, this wave is just gonna be a bunch of nibblers, so we're just gonna go ahead and heal up. a bit of prayer off that one. Melior. Now, because this guy's alone by himself, we're just gonna go ahead and switch to the Virtus. And I come down. Shadow might be better, but I haven't actually done calcs too much on this front. I assume they're pretty similar because this is like a 3-tick weapon versus this being a 5-tick. In terms of time to kill. Now we'll wear our melee armor. Got a bat coming up. And you can just freeze this guy even in your melee armor, and it just works a lot of the time. And if it splashes, you try again, and this time you'll have doubled accuracy, and it's kind of ridiculous. So our heart is running out, so what we're going to do is we're going to brew. We're going to Sandfew, or restore, whatever. And then we're going to heart. And that'll keep your defenses up to a pretty good amount. Let's run to the bat safe slot right here. Now we're just 1v1ing the snake, so we'll put on our Virtus. You don't have to be so sweaty about like doing it like without tick loss or anything. Just, you know, if you're got nothing else to do, why not? And we'll have some blobs, so let's go ahead and pray Mage. We'll use Augury as well. Doesn't matter in this case. I'm wanting the snake. Now you can safe spot. This is pretty nice to know. You can safe spot the snake on the north end. It's like this. And on the north pillar. Both sides work. You can just get it stuck on diagonals like that. We'll kill this bat first. Then we'll bring this guy over. Bring it a little bit closer. Make sure our prayer regen is always running. And 1v1 the melee in this case, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we 3-shot him. Very nice. Blob is unavoidable mage damage. Unavoidable range damage. Oops. Eldritch on the bloblets, it's fine too, as long as you don't do it on the mage one. We'll use Augury because we're fighting two blobs. The extra defense would be nice. Okay, should be fine now. Just the 1v1 the melee. And even in melee gear, like this thing still hits pretty often. 3-shot him. In melee gear, by the way. Very balanced. And if you desperately need HP, this is a phantom heal thing you can do, where basically stand against the back of the room and you double cast Blood Barrage. You don't desperately need to know it, but it is nice to know. There's melee, so we're chilling right now. Now, Light Bearer, although it might be a little bit more helpful on Prayer or Ring of the Gods, getting, like, that extra mage damage is super, super important. Go ahead and heart here. We'll get Rangers next. That's a lot of prayer right there, really nice. Ooh, Kodai. We'll have some bats coming up soon. We'll wear this armor just so that if the bat does see us, he doesn't hit us right away. Or doesn't drain our stats right away. You can use the ranger as a safe spot here. I think I messed it up. So I'll wear my armor. Lower the chances he drains me. Two bats this time. This time we can safe spot them. Now we'll have blobs. Let's go ahead and pray Mage. We'll use augury since we'll have a ranger and a blob. Ranger sees us, he's the only one that sees us. Go ahead and protect range. We'll need to fight the blob. Let's go ahead and mage up. Don't really need augury, I'll hit me through it anyway. Go ahead and heal up a little bit. Eldritch is actually okay to use on the ranger. He doesn't have mage defense. He's not in the negatives though. Not the most ideal target, but it's fine. Just click there. Go ahead and run this side. Check range. Where are our melee armor actually? You don't really need the thirst for them like this. I'm gonna do it because it's funny. Regarding meme solves, what you can do, you want to separate these sacks. Normally, what you would normally do if you have hands is pray ranged, go out, and then start alternating like this. For us, we're just gonna do an extreme meme solve. I'm gonna walk out, freeze them in our full melee gear, and then walk to the other side to split the stack. It's just this is kind of, I would say, heinous. Very criminal, and shameless. All of the three. Criminal, heinous, and shameless. Now this doesn't work if you have a major in the front, because the major's super thick, but it does work for that. And that's the Phantom cast. You just need to do it for the second cast, so. Misclick again. Yep, nice. These guys already split up pretty nicely. We'll have two blobs on the next wave. So we do need to renew our defense levels. We'll go ahead and brew, restore, and then harp. And having something like attack you from really far away is annoying. With this setup, you can just illegally go to one side. We'll freeze him while we're waiting. We have Augury up. And we'll bring him closer. You actually don't need him to get this close to you. Just like this far away with Shadow is fine, just a little bit. Jesus. Blobs keep maxing me. Yep, so we'll do our illegal things. Freeze the Ranger. Separate the stack. Anus, as I said. Eldritch. Mage gear with armor up. The setup does not protect you from Jad hands or Zuck hands, that's all up to you. But it is a great way to brute force the waves. And there is a Zuck simulator now, by the way. Been out for a while as well. If you want to practice Zuck on the simulator. Again, won't help you with the nervousness, but... we can freeze the guy in full melee armor. Work the very first try. Again. He's by himself in this case, so we're just going to go ahead and attack him with Virtus. Somehow, like, 3-shot him, whatever. I guess there's nothing to pray Mage against, so... I'm actually gonna leave on... Okay, never mind. Safe spotted them out them anyway. So if this meleeer digs up to me, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put on my melee armor, and I'm gonna freeze him, and I'm gonna kite whatever else is hitting me. Kite and kill, whatever. Like, see? The first one misses, the second one almost always hits. It's kind of stupid. TBH. And we'll have blobs, so we're gonna go ahead and use Augury here. Bring this Ranger a bit closer. While we're waiting, we can actually go for some freezes on this guy. Hit. Go ahead and mage him down. Just fully tanking the unavoidable range damage. I'll phantom cast it. So it looks like there's gonna be just rangers on this side. I don't think the blob can see me. Yeah, we're big chillin'. Now we'll go to this side because you can actually isolate more here. Go for some freezes on this guy. They landed. There's rangers to deal with. We'll use Virtus for a few attacks, and then when I think he's about to unfreeze, I'm going to switch to armor. And I just killed him before he unfroze. Accidentally misclicked and got myself maged. Okay. Go heal up a little bit with Blood Barrage. Use our Elders as well. At 23 prayer points. You know, this is 100% gonna make me so much worse at the Inferno. Lower this guy a little bit closer. It feels so wrong what I'm doing. It's like an entirely different playstyle playing this weird. Two blobs, I think. So we need to lure this blob a little closer. We could do something very illegal. We just freeze him and hide underneath him for a little bit. Go ahead and kill some blobs while we're waiting around. This is actually a safe spot here. Blob is the biggest threat right now. Go ahead and Blood Barrage off this guy. Unlucky. Bound to happen though. Next wave is gonna have two meleeers. Can isolate the ranger in this case. Meleeer digs, we can safe spot him here. This is one of the Norsay spots. Gonna stand like this, and you can even drag him further down if you'd liked. But eventually he'll be able to fit, so be kind of careful. 2 rangers here, don't need anything, so... Next wave will be a solo major. For the solo major, we'll be using our Shadow or T-bow, whatever we brought with us. Even if it's unpotted, a T-bow is far better than an Ayak. And obviously with like good mage gear like this, Shadow's gonna be pretty decent against them too. These guys actually don't have any mage defense, so the IX spec won't do anything, but they do have, I believe, 300 mage level, so I would not recommend using your Eldritch on them. Since we're gonna start getting bats now, we'll put on our melee armor. Ideally, we kill the mage before anything else if we can control it. This will help speed up the waves quite a bit, and speeding up the waves is 1, good to learn, 2, less time of you wasting your time in boredom, killing mobs that don't really matter. Azure time, you can get the hell out of here. Next wave we'll have 2 bats, so armor up. We'll stand like this so that the bats get safe spotted. If I just stood out there in the open, the bats would have eventually lined up in a way they would see me. Then I would have to kill them, and then I would have to deal with this guy reviving them. All no good. Eldritch is okay here. Oof. 25 prayer. Eldritch is probably worth about 2 to 3 restores, which is really nice. We'll get blobs now, so I actually don't need augury. Blob is already safe spotted. Go ahead and take the free dub to shadow this guy to death, and then work on the unavoidable range damager. One bat, one blob. Should be fine to not use augury for now. Okay, let's hide behind here. Should be able to 1v1 the major later. Ow. Phantom heal Being in super clutch there. 28 prayer points, very nice. 2 bats. We'll crank it up to augury. Just in case. Instantly slapped for max. We'll need to lure that blob a little bit closer. In this case, we're just gonna kill both bats and then fight the major. Probably very ranged. If he revives the bats where they can see us, we'll put on our armor again and fight it. Our defense is getting a little bit low, we need to renew it. Probably should have done so on the last one. Go ahead and pay our brew tax. And heal up in between waves as well if we need to. 2 blobs, and we'll use augury. We'll kill this 1 blob, and then we'll go on the major later. In a normal scenario, you know, I'd be alternating prayers while fighting this mage. It is also pretty free wave, but eh. You know what I said last video? Learning is for chumps, as they say. Should use augury actually if I'm fighting 2 blobs. We'll get a blob. Sorry, we'll get a major and a melior, so should be fine. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Overthinking it. I don't want to waste time killing this guy. This side still safe spots him pretty nicely. And even if he digs, we can go here. Oh, he's waiting though. Noodle. Unlucky. Get some bats. We could go to the west pillar if we wanted to, but a little overkill. He actually can wrap all the way around the pillar if I let him. But even if he does, well, he'll wrap around that side. Even if he does, I can just stand here. Two bats and blobs. We'll use augury. Use our Elder. 29 prayer points. Huge. Eldritch does a lot of hefty lifting, you see, when it comes to prayer. Now in this case, I don't want to deal with the melee and all the bats, so I'm just going to kill the bats. This is going to slow down this wave quite a bit, but for first cape, I think it's fine. I don't remember if he can res one more bat, or that's it. That's it. If he digs, I'm just gonna go like run through the major again. Darn it. My prayer regen ran out a while ago, I didn't even notice. Go ahead and freeze this guy in our full melee gear. Instantly lands. The blob will actually get safe spotted. In this case, I'm gonna safely pray mage. Well, pray range. Pray melee. I'll get it eventually. Two blobs, I think? Nope, not yet. Kind of hard to wave. Until we do this. Let's freeze him in full melee gear, fully tank the blob, don't care. Anyway, now let's lure this guy a bit closer. Run our Revertus and Shadow, we're chilling now. If he digs, I'm just gonna freeze him again and then kill him again. If you know how to do the Inferno and you do this, this is 100,000% gonna make you worse at the game. Remember what I said. Criminal, heinous, shameless. $14 prayer points, not bad. This time for sure 2 blobs. It's probably 2 bats, isn't it? It's 2 bats. I never remember. We'll need to lure this guy a bit closer. This melee will get stuck, so we're fine. We can step out like this, so we can freeze him. So he doesn't chase us around. Gonna 1v1 him next. Make sure you're very careful with stepping out. You don't want to just click him, because he can path in weird waves that can make you visible to all the other enemies. We'll need to refresh our defense, so next time we need to heart, we'll pay a brew tax. We summon the blob, a little annoying. We'll have to pay our taxes by killing him. Gonna reset. I'm just clicking random things and hoping it works. I think it's working. Being absolutely victimized by the Confliction Gauntlets. Two blobs, we have augury on. Need to refresh the fence soon. They spot this guy like that. Oh, and I have my full Justy armor on. Kill the two blobs. Took some unavoidable damage, of course. Now this melee or digs. Let me Eldritch him. Oh, I killed him. Oh, tank armor on. Some unavoidable damage. We had two blobs, so now we're gonna get two melees and a ranger. Not really much to worry about. We'll need to get the Mage a little bit closer. Oh. Be kinda careful not to get stabbed. When they dig, we're just gonna go to the other side of the pillar. I think this will be fine too. They are on separate dig timers though, because I got stabbed, but doesn't matter because I killed him. We'll use Eldritch here. Oh, huge, and like 20-something prayer points. We'll get a Major and a Ranger, so we'll use Augury. These are where the ways get a little bit harder. You can always reach with any Mega Rare 10 range weapon. By pulling over here. Or you can use long range on like a crossbow, is fine too. You actually don't need 10 range. Hurry up. The Ranger's the only thing that sees us here. So we'll go ahead and take these out. And focus on the Major here. Unlucky Eldritch for once. Giveth and a taketh. Don't really need to refresh our defense yet, so we'll just hard up as soon as it comes up. Well, I don't really mind killing the bats in this case. Oh, should have stayed on my tank here for a little bit longer. We'll heal up off this guy. It's always nice to start, you know, like 90 plus HP for every wave. Even though you're in very tanky gear, you never want to take the, like, give them the chance. This one's a freebie. Now this blob, if he comes down, he'll still get safe spotted right here, so no need to worry. Being maxed all day. So we can actually use the west pillar in this case. I'm just freestyling it. Fuck it, we ball. I'm just gonna run over to the other side, praying Mage. I was actually kind of punished. Not gonna lie, I kind of deserved it. My transgressions have been massive. Go ahead and heal up off this guy. Virtus is really nice because you get a lot of healing fast. But Ancestral is better, for sure, 100%. Searching Prayer, very nice. It actually 1v1 easier on the south side, so we're just gonna run on over while praying, you know, Mage in our full armor. And consequences? No consequences. I was ready to brew. Like, if he hit me really big, like let's say he hit me at 40, hit me at 20, I'd tap brew. You need to renew our defenses though. We'll fight the blob and the bats first. I think a ranger and a blob, kind of annoying. On the prayer points, not bad. Okay, we'll do the illegal solve. Disgusting human behavior. Instantly punished, deserved. I probably should have done it this side. Actually, noodling. Do it on this side. Oh. Freeze immunity. There you go. I didn't know it only worked this side. I'll heal up. And 1v1 the ranger here. This bat's gonna fight us as well. Okay. So for this one, we're just gonna go ahead and kill the blob first. This is one unfortunate thing if you're brute forcing this like this. Ugh. If the major spawns, sometimes you just have to deal with all the things that come with the major. Instead of playing like a human, you know, normally I would just be alternating here. But since we were playing like subhumans, we will have to deal with these stacks like a subhuman sometimes. Which means killing 4 blobs. Oh my god. Please. Okay, so funny meme solve. You just punched me in the face. How rude. We're gonna blood barrage actually because we need the HP. No punish. Very fortunato. This one's a free solve. Melior digs. Let's run over here, which will be a safe spot. Ranger's a little bit better to use Elder John. Freeze him in full melee gear. We'll kill the bat first. This is gonna be a little bit memey, but you know what? I'm not underneath him. Oops. We'll pay up our adventurous Brutax. Hello. When in doubt, full melee gear, all green. Whew. My sins and transgressions are forgiven. I have no idea when this guy's gonna unfreeze. These are complete meme solves. Put on the melee gear. Freeze him again. Chillin'. I hate this game. Why was that allowed? Okay, well, Mage Augury, and then we're definitely going to be Blood Barraging to start next wave. Freeze this guy in full melee gear. Of course it freaking works. Then we'll blast him in full melee gear as well, because Confliction Gauntlets are that strong. And of course, I 100% accuracy kill him to death. Yep. And the bat. Alright, now we're chilling. This is not the proper way to play the game, if you have not noticed. I'm just making shit up. We'll heal up off this ranger. Big Eldritch. 1v1 the ranger here. Accidentally played correctly versus the major, or the blob. If this guy digs, I'm gonna put on augury and go for freezes. Now, there's not really a tile I can hit him while being, like, hidden. So, I kill the blob while say spotting him. I think that's, like, fine. If he summons the ranger, then I'll just hide back underneath him. Be very careful of your clicks. Now, the worst possible thing that could happen is if he summons the major or the ranger while I'm fighting the blob there. But I think I would just augury. Don't melee me. Bad timing. That's fine. Ugh. Split the stack in this case. Just freestyling it, shuffling things, see what happens. Unlucky. I have no idea what's next on this wave. Actually not that bad. Raise this guy. Alright. I'm actually gonna kill the meleeer. I think he's the biggest threat. I'll mage him in my full melee gear. Then I'll go for the blob. To make sure not to step too far south, because it'll unstuck that bat. I have no idea why this meleeer is stuck, but I will not complain. Oh, I accidentally did the bat correctly. The blob correctly. I just wanted to get as many 1v1s as possible. Put on augury. Raise this guy. Not too bad. Ranger. Just shuffle things around, see what happens. Zach's kind of cursed. Mostly rangers on this side, though. I suppose it's not possible to unstuck this guy. I wonder if I do this. This sounds a little illegal. Oh no, he does see me. Not a chance, but that was kind of troll. Alright. And we need to refresh the defense anyway. We'll pay a brew tax. You can't really brute force stacks too much. I could have ran underneath him, I guess. After I froze him. That'd be kind of that would be pretty memey. Very dangerous wave in general. Seems like there's mostly rangers on this side here. This is the only non-range threat. Freeze him in full melee gear. Works 100% of the time. Oh, that's a bat. This is on summon the ranger again. If he does, I will freeze him and run underneath him and start memeing. You're chilling. Stand here and wait for this ranger to get closer. This guy can actually round the pillar, so I'm gonna go ahead and freeze him. That was a bit dangerous. Probably the most dangerous wave. Leave on Augury. I was seeing if I took any damage, I was gonna click yellow, but we're fine. The setup is very tanky. Maybe I should bring a Din's Bulwark. Just for like moments like that. Just for one wave though. And I can also just be brewing instead of using a Din, so I think it's fine. To have a brew instead for more dangerous moments rather than a bulwark. So if this guy digs, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my full armor and freeze him. It's kind of awkward here. This stack kind of sucks. Actually, it doesn't. Not that bad. We'll just wait for this guy to get unstuck. We'll just kill him here. I don't know why I was spraying Mage versus one melee now that I think about it. Yeah, this thing is actually deep frying my brain, that's what it is. So, let's go ahead and do this. Everything you know is wrong. next wave we'll have 2 rangers. Ideally, you find the mage and stay spot him right away, and just pray range. It's the easiest way to handle the next wave. Wait a minute. Snakes. We'll stand melee range of the ranger. Probably not a great position to freeze him in hindsight. Because then I kind of checkmated myself, not really any place to stand. Alright, we'll stand here menacingly. There you go. They spot the major right away, then pray ranged. Don't really worry too much about the nibblers getting free later. We're at the very end. Not like we're going for the CA anyway, plus I already have it. This tile right here. Excellent, so you can still see the nibblers without anything behind the pillar being able to see you. And yeah, that was the waves done completely improperly. If you know how to do anything properly, it would be a great help. Next wave says double major. The only thing you want to watch out for this wave is to not kill them both at the same time. I'm actually going to say spot 1. Sorry, you never want to kill them separately at really high HP. Gonna be like Olm hands. Bring them as low as possible. We'll use IAC to help a little bit. Then we'll try to kill them both at the same time. Don't res him, I'm begging. Alright. And then Jad is pretty simple stuff. Hopefully you don't need a guide for one Jad if you're here. Make sure your ancient staff is ready. Let's lure this guy out here. I don't mind healing off them a bit. Going into triples. In case I somehow make a mistake on triples, then having high HP will make it less likely for me to die. I could also overheal here if I had like a range potion. That way, because you actually cannot die from 115 in one shot. Check the order they're going in. They're going counterclockwise, so we'll pray and use our eyes in a counterclockwise manner. Oh boy. Oh my. Don't really worry about running under. Just like run north or south. Much easier to work with. You can get one of them to only one of them to attack you. Armadillo chestplate. Nice. We'll run north in this case. Really feeling the difference of Ancestral here. We'll heal up to full. Definitely gonna refresh our defenses next summer things go up. We'll use Augury for this fight because we're chilling on a lot of Restora. Make sure we have our Ayak and tank gear ready. We'll be using it for the Ranger. Go safe spot to safe spot. Every time Zuck fires, go to the next safe spot. Get some shots in between if you're confident. I'm not too confident in the exact cycle, so... Go ahead and brew up now. We're actually going to brew up a few extra times here, because we have some extra. And then heart up. That way we're at 115 with the heart, instead of like 107. Also remember to drink our stamina dose. I believe at 480, Zug will spawn Jad. Now with a Shadow, you don't really need to worry about waiting for another set before summoning Jads, so just go ahead and start blasting. Especially if you have Ancestral or Avernic Treads. If we have nothing else to use our spec on, I'll use it on Ayak. Very low hit rate though. With Shadow, or any mega rare weapon, you can hit from Narnia. Let's put our Eldritch in place so we can really cast Blood Barrage. They spot the safe spot, then prayers. Go ahead and proc healers here. Get our Ayak ready. Make sure you stay very close to the shield as you're proccing that 200-ish HP. So like what I'm doing right now is really bad if I was about to proc. Make sure you're sticking very close to the shield as you proc. Ideally you proc closer to the mid, like as you're running to the middle, but the edge is fine too. Ayak has pretty good range. Like here is pretty good proc. Proc as many as you can. Focus on killing one at a time. Group between hits. Make sure to restore often. That way your magic levels aren't drained. I thought I tagged this one, oops. I've been healing Zuck. Big Ayak hit. Doesn't really increase damage that much, to be honest. A Curse Scepter is actually much better for this guy. Go ahead and proc the Mage. Stick with the shield closely. Put on our tank gear. Kill the Ranger. and we're in the home stretch. I actually have no idea what the timing is of another second set. I feel like I'm doodling compared to when I did this run in Ancestral, so I'm gonna kill this Major. Because I am in doubt. This is like a 90-minute run instead of like an 82-minute run that I had. But I feel like this gear is a little bit more budget, switching to Virtus. I was way more generous on the pots. Last time I had way more brew, but I only had about 1 restore and some prayer regen left on an 82-minute run. I think a almost 90-minute run and having about the same amount is a little bit better for video purposes. Well, I guess I don't need Prey Mage anymore. Make sure I stick to the shield. Catch up a bit. Yep, 88-minute run. Not too bad. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. Best of luck.